Is our light okay?
Looks okay to me.
You want to turn this off?
Well, you can turn it a little bit to the side. Too bright?
It's too bright.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of lightings. Hello! Hi! Yes, Karen Ann Rayab. Good morning po sa inyo, Doktora and Sir Jack.
You just won 5,000 pesos, Karen.
For the first time, it's Karen. So, sorry na lang, Sean Krisha. I know you're there. I'm so sorry you didn't win today. So, congratulations, Miss Karen, for winning 5,000 pesos. Okay, so before we start everything else, I just want to say hello to everyone. Hi, Miss Annalisa Dizon Caparas, of course.
Oh, yeah.
My very good friend, Alice D. Jose, of course. And Kumisol Cruz.
Annalisa was a significant recovery from stage 4 liver cancer.
Yeah, but she has to give her testimony.
Yeah, that would be nice,
Annalisa, you have to say hello first. So, Miss Teresa Capafranca is watching right now. Miss Edna Gillen Abbey, of course. AJ Rekisa is watching. Of course, always Kumisol, always saying hello to me. And Princess Esguera Bailones Balignasa. Yes, those are my staff. Lisa Basco. Miss Susan Yusi. Hello, Miss Susan. Okay.
In fact, Mom, do you want to make a signature right here so Mom Susan knows exactly what it looks like?
No. Hello! Hi, Mick. Hello po sa inyo lahat. So before we start, we wanna do a disclaimer first.
All right. All right, the watching and interacting with this video does not institute or constitute a doctor-patient relationship with Dr. Farrah. The information being provided by Dr. Farrah should only be considered for education and entertainment purposes only. If you feel that anything you see or hear may be of value to you on this broadcast or on any website or other medium of any kind associated with Dr. Farrah, you are encouraged to and agree to consult with a licensed healthcare professional in your area to discuss it. If you feel you're having a healthcare emergency, seek medical attention immediately. The views expressed here are some of the views and opinions of Dr. Farrah and myself, and as such are protected under the First Amendment. Dr. Farrah is a highly experienced medical doctor, not some blind enthusiast promoting the wild and unrestrained use of nutritional products for health issues without evidence of therapeutic benefit. She has personally and keenly studied everything she recommends, and more importantly, she's closely observed the reactions and results in a clinical setting with patients countless times. And you're certified by Harvard University in evidence-based nutrition.
Thank you very much. That was a good goal. Okay, that was a good disclaimer. So before anything else, I just want to remind all of you that drfarrah.com, that's our official website. It's out there.
DOCTOR.
Yes.
FARRAH.
Okay, for everyone who's still asking me.
You have to spell out doctor, spell out doctor, and then Farrah.
Yes, and then Amazon.com, it's shipping worldwide. BostonSea.com. Also, if you're in field, Dr. Farrah, brilliantskinessentials.ph, or you can always private message Elijah C. Cruz. He's always accessible. And of course, my good friend, hello, I want to say hello to you, Glenda Victorio. And if you are in Hong Kong, China, in Asian countries like Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, you can always private message Mr. Gil Matani. Okay, he's always there. He's very upset. He's a good man.
I don't think he ever sleeps.
Yeah, I don't think he sleeps though.
No.
He's always
No.
So if you're in that part of the world, always private message him. And
I sometimes suffer from insomnia.
Yeah.
When I'm not suffering from insomnia, I'm usually sleeping.
Okay. So next is Nick Vargas. So Nick Vargas is the one responsible for Oceania.
Naunanda.
Yes, Oceania, like in Papua New Guinea. If you're not familiar with those type of countries in Papua New Guinea, in New Zealand and Australia. Like I want to go in New Zealand one time.
I would love to. I'd like to go to Hobbiton.
The Hobbiton,
yeah.
Right.
I'd like to see where people live who are as tall as you, Mom.
That's actually one in the list of our bucket list.
Oh yeah.
So we will probably go there next time. But if you're in those part of the country, always private message Mr. Nick Vargas.
You want to know what the first on the list is?
What?
Buy a bucket.
Buy a bucket.
Buy a bucket.
And then we're gonna do a bucket
Then we'll do a bucket list.
Yeah. However, if you are in the Middle East, okay, so you just private message Arceli Kulaban. Yes. And if you are in UK And in other parts of Europe, you can always private message Butchoy Amor. Yes. And
Amazon.
yes, or in Amazon, of course, if you're
Amazon
having a
ships all over
problem.
the world.
So my book, my first book, it's still one of the best-seller.
The
in
bestseller.
Phil, the bestseller in Phil. So it's Dr. Farrah's book of natural home remedy. And if you're having problems getting a copy, please private message Miss Chi Balmaceda Gutierrez. So, lagi naman yan nandiyan si Miss Chi eh. And of course, all of my assistants, Kenjaya, Princess, Sheila, Chris, and Mick, they're always there to help you. Also, K. Jewel. So, and my second book, it's gonna come out soon. Are you excited, Dana?
I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, it's doing the artwork right now.
So hopefully, I don't know, Miss Chi, probably this year or early next year. So we'll just hope for that, okay? So thank you very much for always patronizing the Dr. Farrah products. Ito po yung aking latest. This is the latest product that we have, the Dr. Shake.
This is really good.
And we will be giving 3 Dr. Shake
Away
or
today.
more.
Or more.
We'll see. So, to every one of you who will answer my questions.
No. Not to everyone who
Not
will
to
answer.
everyone, okay?
To the
To
first
one.
correct answer.
Okay. So, Dr.
That's why
Shake-
I'm here, guys.
So, Dr. Shake, look at that. That's a good product. This is actually a patented product. What is patent, honey?
That means it's that good.
It is that good.
We basically had gone through the patent process as far as that product's
To
concerned.
protect it. So,
Correct.
this is made up of grass extracts.
Grass
Natural
juice extracts.
Yes, natural vitamin C, organic oat bran, super beta glucan, mushrooms, probiotics, premium berry blend, power blend, antioxidants, cleansing and tonic support, adaptogen formula, and spice blends. It's all at the back. So if you missed most of that, nandito naman ho sa likod.
I agree.
Okay? So, so I told them that if they miss most of that, all the ingredients are actually at the back of the label. So you can just always read it.
I just saw someone say, "Hi, Doctor and Sir Jack," but the writing appears to be in Chinese. So, hello. To your name, I don't know how to say it.
So before we start, I just want to say I'm so sorry about what happened in Phil. Okay, do you remember?
Earthquakes. Yeah, the earthquakes. It's terrible.
I think it's around 6.5
Yeah,
or
there's
6.8.
been several of them, several aftershocks.
That's strong.
It's a tragedy.
Do you remember your earthquake
Yeah.
when you were young? Did
Yeah,
you have the
I remember the first time
experience?
I remember the first time I kissed you. That was a big earthquake.
No, aside from that.
But when I was a kid, no, I don't.
Or when you're an adult, did you
I
have
remember
any
there were a few
experience?
times when I was over in Phil where things would be moving a bit, and then years ago when I was in San Diego, my cupboards were shaking and the glasses were shaking, but it was never anything like what the folks in Phil experienced.
Especially in Phil. Unlike here, because you're here in the first world country.
Correct.
Okay, in Phil, where it's very difficult, to have a building erected or to have it built.
Yes.
So, and not the construction there is not as good.
Oftentimes,
Okay.
yes. Oftentimes, yes. One of the things we saw going on in Phil, obviously, like, for example, with the road construction, you'd see all this rebar show up, and then somehow the rebar didn't make its way into the road.
I know, right?
They would just put little tiny pieces of rebar in the road to like give the appearance that it was being properly done.
But it's heartbreaking. It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking to know because I
'Cause
saw all of the pictures.
When you cut corners like that, it can cost people their lives when you're doing substandard construction.
And then when there's a calamity that
And then,
comes
when there's a
in,
calamity, everybody wants to run and hide and say, it wasn't me, it was him, it was him, it was him. It's like, no. Always do your best. No matter what we do in this life, always choose to do your best and do right by people. That way you never have to look over your shoulder.
yeah, so for all of those Filipinos that have been afflicted with the calamity that came last time, I'm
terribly,
so sorry
terribly
po.
sorry for that.
Yeah, so I feel for all of you. My heart goes out to all of you. Yeah, so sana po makarecover kayo kagad. Okay, and I think the Duterte, our President Duterte is actually helping. So, this is the time to build. Not to tear down, di ba? So, kasi makikita mo naman lagi yan eh. Pagka sa politics, di ba? Left and right, everyone will say whatever they want, you know? But this is the time to hold hands, to build Mindanao again. Okay! So, I'm so sorry again po sa inyo dyan na apektuhan po ng lindol. Hello, Benedict Bench! Hi, Lodi, Sir Jack. So, he's saying that you are his idol.
Why?
Yes.
I'm just a man.
So, Mar Hufana saying hi po, Doc. Of course, Cecil Castro saying hello po, Doktora, Sir Jack. And Marizac, okay, he's asking for fatty liver. Okay, before that, okay, before everything else, I just wanna say, I wanna tackle one very controversial topic right now. Because a couple of days ago, there was one follower who was asking, Doctora, can you talk about Meningococcemia? I remember when that Meningococcemia came. It's a bacterial disease, okay, of the blood. By Neisseria meningitis. Everyone was so afraid of it because it's so infectious, okay? So, but we're gonna talk about that, okay? We're gonna talk about meningitis first, and then after meningitis, we're gonna talk about meningococcemia. Yung nakakatakot, di ba? So, what happened is that if you have a meningitis, okay, this is usually caused by a bacterial, so viral and a fungal infection. So hindi po lahat ng meningitis is caused by a bacterial infection.
Grabe naman.
Yes. Majority is a viral infection. And we usually have those types of bacteria, those types of viruses inside our body, but it doesn't infect us.
Well, that's why it's very important to always have a very, very strong immune system. Because these things are constantly out there and affecting us and trying to invade us.
Yeah, even polio.
Yeah.
We all have, some of us can harbor the virus. Some
Be
of
carriers.
us, yeah, we can be carriers. But if our immune system is very strong, madali lang sa atin yan. We will not be infected. So it's very important that we consider having a great nutrition. Kasi sabi ng ibang literature, if you have a great nutrition, if you have a perfect nutrition, most types of illnesses can be combated by a perfect nutrition. The problem is we do not have a perfect nutrition. And some doctors, if you ask them, what is a perfect nutrition? They do not know how to answer.
Correct. Well,
Yeah.
but you, on the other hand, Mom, you are Harvard certified now in evidence-based nutrition. So I think you can probably accurately answer that question.
Yeah, but it's to talk about that, it's gonna take a while. I think the 1 hour is not enough to talk about the perfect nutrition, because perfect nutrition starts from the soil. Ano yan eh? The community is involved, starting from the farmer. The farmers are the ones that are responsible, mostly responsible, because they are the ones that cultivating the soil. So, if you have a farmer that is irresponsible,
like someone burning off the soil.
So irresponsible when they're trying to grow their crops, then of course the people that are eating those crops are also affected. But probably in the next FB Live, we'll talk about what is a perfect nutrition. So, going back to meningitis, so usually yung virus, bacteria, or fungal organism, they would go to the meninges. So the meninges, that's the covering of your spinal cord and of your brain. So they get inflamed. So nagkakaroon po yan ng inflammation. And if you have inflammation, the classical signs and symptoms of fever, headache, so it's all there. Nagkakaroon ng local rigidity, and they are usually treated, if it's a bacterial infection, they're usually treated with a antibiotic. Yeah. So, but the other types, if it's a virus, it cannot be treated by an antibiotic.
So if you have a viral infection and you are prescribed an antibiotic, you simply need to ask why. Because it will not
help.
Not help at all.
But the thing is, this is what most doctors are thinking, because if you have a viral infection, you are immunocompromised. So if you're immunocompromised, you are most likely to have a concurrent bacterial infection. So they would also give some antibiotics along the way.
As a prophylactic measure, which is not a smart measure. That's what leads to antibiotic-resistant bacteria.
Yes. So what about Meningococcemia? So ang Meningococcemia naman po, it's the bacteria Neisseria meningitis. Yun po yung bacteria. It goes to the bloodstream. Okay? And then you would have clotting factors difficulty. So nagkakaroon ka na, that's why you have rashes, diba? So you have the typical purple, greenish, bluish rash all over the body because it affects the blood primarily, meningococcemia. But that's a rare condition. Yun lang, it's very scary. Of course, if it's a disease, whatever disease it is, if the patient is immunocompromised, mababa talaga yung immune system, talagang nakakatakot. But for the majority of people, if you have a very strong immune system, kayang-kaya yan ng ating pong immune system. Okay, so don't be afraid. We just have to be vigilant when it comes to that. And Jehovah's given us all of the soldiers inside our body. We just have to fortify it with proper nutrition. So most probably, next FB Live natin, we'll talk about perfect nutrition. And what is perfect nutrition? Yan. How about you, Sir Jack? What is perfect nutrition?
Well, basically, one of the major factors is eliminating as much sugar as possible from the diet. Attempt to go organic, because there are people that will simply try and say, oh no, there's no difference in organic. Sorry, that's not what the science says. It definitively shows that sugar is highly inflammatory. And inflammation is a significant precursor as far as cancer is concerned. And organic agriculture has been definitively shown in numerous studies to be healthier than non-organic. Now, obviously, you see a lot of backlash with that, especially with regard to studies funded by the United States Department of Agriculture, because organic farming is typically more expensive to do. It's more labor intensive. What you have to realize, that's one of the reasons why in the United States
it's difficult to farm.
Coconut oil is so demonized, because when you look at the vast, hundreds of thousands of square kilometers of farmland across the U.S., it's not geared towards coconut to make things like coconut oil.
So Sir Jack is talking about sugar.
Correct. It's geared towards making corn, not palm. So that you're not going to promote something uber healthy like or coconut oil grown from coconuts. You're going to promote corn. Corn, which is made into animal feeds, which is made into ethanol, which is made into high fructose corn syrup.
So the sugar, okay, kasi ang recommended daily intake of sugar natin is 60 spoon in a day.
But the thing is, do you need to intake sugar?
If you are here in the US, the average intake here is 22 teaspoons in a day. So they're almost everywhere.
Do you require
and
it at all?
Our body needs a small amount of sugar. We need it because it's a form of energy. But if you take it as many as you can, yan ang problema natin eh. If you're taking it as level, they are toxic to our body. But we need it at a small amount. They are source of energy.
Which can be achieved through fruits.
Yes. Okay. So, I hope that I was able to answer about meningococcemia po and meningitis for all of you. Again, I just want to reiterate, important na we have a very strong immune system. Importante lagi yan. And we can achieve them through perfect diet, okay? Perfect diet and exercise, of course. And less stress. So, mamaya niya, lagi kayo na-stress. Saan nyo kukunin yung pera nyo? Where are you gonna get your money? Okay. So, my first question to get the doctor shake. Okay? What is the neurotransmitter that is responsible for hunger, mood, and has a calming effect? Okay, so let's see. So the first one that will answer, what type of neurotransmitter is responsible for mood? Mood has a calming effect and is responsible for hunger in the body. Hello daw, Eli Bellarmino, shout out. Sabi niya, Katrina watching from Hong Kong. And Nina Martin, hello po sa inyo. Jem Rolf Knight Redilioso. Yes. So please answer po muna yung question natin for you to get Dr. Shake. What neurotransmitter is responsible for calming effect in the body? Ayan. Sana may makasagot. Christina De La Cruz Buan. Adioy Renger watching here in Cebu. No, Miss Lily, it's a neurotransmitter. Yeah. Neurotransmitter po, hindi po part. Yes, Mitch Nagales Ignacio, you won. It's serotonin. Yes. So serotonin.
You misspelled a little bit, but
yeah.
we'll overlook that. You still got it.
So serotonin, that is a neurotransmitter that is responsible for mood, hunger, and has a calming effect. Usually, it came from an amino acid. Usually, it's tryptophan. And you see this in Turkey, diba? Sabi nila, you have to eat a lot of turkey. Yan. Mali, Miss Kumisol, not ghrelin. Yes. So, hindi po ghrelin. Yes, it's actually serotonin. It's secreted in the dorsal raphe nuclei. Yan. Doon po sa mga scientists or doctors there, they're found in several parts of your body, of your brain, your neocortex, yan. So, you are also found in amygdala, hippocampus, certain parts of the brain, yeah. But they are also found in the blood and in the gut. So serotonin, di ba? Pagka may depression ka, they will usually give you monoamine oxidase inhibitor MAOIs, they call it, your SSRIs, yan. So Savannah Danton, yes, watching from Subic, yes. Ay, mali, sabi ni Miss Lily Diego. Lynn Sabjon, watching from Pangasinan. Gian Marie, hi Dr. Farrah. So, Aming Vasquez watching from Hong Kong. Okay, let's answer most of their questions.
Sure.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We'll ask a few more, by the way, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Someone's asking me, Mom, what is the best for lung cancer?
For lung cancer, okay, last time do you remember I was discussing about there are certain conditions why you would develop cancer, and most of it's an exposure to radon, yan, so mga gases po yan, and of course the most important is smoking, asbestos exposure, so you can also get lung cancer from pollution, yeah. So you have to remove yourself from all of that if you have lung cancer. And then for me, of course, you have to change your diet. Most important, because we know that cancer is, they are sugar feeders. So they love sugar. They have 96 receptors for sugar. So if you give sugar to the person, so most probably the cancer cells might eat them. Okay, so that's the first thing to do, is to limit the amount of sugar intake inside your body. So you can also garlic, ginger, siling labuyo, yeah, alagaw, also asparagus, they are good for lungs. So there are a lot of literature that says that they can help lung cancer patient to heal. Yun ang sinasabi nila. And of course, if you wanna try Boston Sea can help. Boston Sea 1 teaspoon 3 times a day. Pixie Dust 1 teaspoon 3 times a day. And vitamin C, mega dose vitamin C, 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon once a day. Yun lang ho, you will have diarrhea if you drink a lot of vitamin C. That's really the side effect of vitamin C. But it's one of the best supplement out there that can help you if you're very, very sick.
And it also obviously help with constipation.
Yeah, it's gonna help you with constipation. Vitamin C. I think we're just, again, with all the FB Live, diba, na nasasabi ko na po sa inyo, we are one of the few organisms in the world who have lost the capacity to make vitamin C.
Internally.
So, internally. But we used to make them. Nagkaroon ho tayo ng tinatawag na mutation in our genes. Now, we lost that gene. It's called the GULO, G-U-L-O. You can Google it later. So, tingnan nyo po yan, GULO genes. We don't have that anymore. That's why we lost the capacity to make vitamin C. Now, if you are stressed in a stressful situation, diba, nag-away kayo ng boyfriend mo, o kaya nawala yung cellphone mo, na-stress ka na. So, one of the things that are depleted easily is your vitamin C. Yan. So, kailangan talaga, you will supplement yourself with vitamin C. And this vitamin C, the ones that I'm talking to you, they are in the form of ascorbic acid. So, not sodium ascorbate, not potassium ascorbate, magnesium ascorbate, diba? So, in those literatures, they just use they use ascorbic acid. Yes. So Lori Garcia is asking, what's best for the nervous breakdown? Okay. Did you have any nervous breakdown?
No.
Yeah.
I just was noticing Carlos Garcia saying cash. He wants to win some cash.
So nervous breakdown. What is nervous breakdown?
All right. Hold on, quick second here, Mom. Quick second. All right, for 5,000 pesos or $100 if you're in the U.S., who originally played in Star Wars Episode 1 or Episode 4, A New Hope? Who played the role of Luke Skywalker in the first 3 movies?
That's so easy.
No, it's not. Who played the role of Luke Skywalker?
Luke Skywalker?
Who played the role of Luke Skywalker? Who's the actor?
Okay.
Not so easy.
Yeah, he said it's not so easy. I do not know. So, while we're waiting for the right answer, I will say
Luke
for
Skywalker?
nervous breakdown, kava-kava, yan. You make them as a tea, kava-kava tea, just drink it. It will let you calm down. And again, serotonin, if you eat foods that are rich in tryptophan, so they can have a calming effect. Okay? So, katulad po ng, marami po yan, just check you can always Google it. All of the foods that are rich in tryptophan. Most of them here
Jonathan
in the
Domingo.
US is turkey. Okay, Jonathan Domingo. Woo-hoo!
Jonathan Domingo, you won. What's your... There we go.
Oh.
Jonathan Domingo, you won 5,000 pesos.
Okay, so congratulations. Again, so...
Kumasal Cruz, a little late on the draw.
Yeah, sorry. It's
Sorry.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
I do not know who Mark Hamill is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I know Luke Skywalker.
You know Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker. I'm not
I
going to
know
give you the
Luke
answer.
Skywalker. Okay, so about there's someone who's asking about rheumatic fever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's actually a complication. Usually, if you had recurrent sore throat, okay, so nagkakaroon po ng interactions with it's always recurrent, nagkakaroon ka ng interaction dun sa puso. So pumupunta yung nagkakaroon ka ng reaction sa heart mo. So if you have a rheumatic fever, so you will have palpitations, and in the end, pwede ka rin magkaroon ng heart disease. Kaya tinatawag nila rheumatic heart disease, RHD. So, usually, ang inaapektuhan po niyan, yung mga valves natin sa puso. So, pagka naapektuhan yung valves sa puso, either they don't shut down completely, kasi kailangan mag-shut down yan or nagkakaroon ng flow ng blood going back. Dapat kasi pagka yung flow ng blood has to go up, has to shut down, tapos yung valves natin, tapos babagsak yung magpo-flow yung blood natin. So, nangyayari, nagkakaroon ka ng valvular disease, yung blood, nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na pooling of the blood. So, hindi lumalabas lahat, hindi na-empty lahat. So, they can be stuck in the heart or pwedeng pumunta sa lungs. So, pwede kang mahirapan huminga. Yan ang magiging problem mo. Okay, for rheumatic heart disease, the best thing that you can do is to take honey and cinnamon and ginger. Kasi merong mga anti-inflammatory properties sa mga yan. Garlic has an antibacterial properties if you're still infected with the bacteria. So you can have garlic. You can always take garlic. As many naman yan eh. So like what I tell most people, if you are inflicted with a certain type of condition and you're taking herbs for medicinal purposes, you have to take them 5 to 7 times higher than the normal. Okay, as many as you can. Yan ang pinaka-importante. And of course, there's a possibility of congestion. So, pwede kayong magkaroon ng hindi masyadong nare-release, hindi masyadong na-eject yung fluid in the body. So, you need some form of diuretic. And you can take lemongrass tea. Yan, lemongrass tea, they have diuretic effect. Ang gubat, yan, meron din po riyan na properties for you to pee. Yeah, as many as you can. Also, pansit-pansitan. What else has a diuretic effect? Asparagus, it has a diuretic effect
Stinky
as well.
pea.
Yes. So, yan po yung pwede nyong gawin. Okay? If you are suffering from rheumatic heart disease. Okay. So, Manuka honey is expensive. I didn't see that. He said Manuka honey.
Someone's asking, how do you feel about Manuka honey?
Well, the honeys, okay, there's really no such thing as Manuka honey. I think the honey is named after where the honeybees get their foods. Okay, so Manuka is a tree. So that's why they call it Manuka honey. So, ganyan. So, pwede rin magkaroon ng mango honey. So, especially when the bees are eating in the mango tree. So, pwede ho yan. It is expensive, yeah. But there's also some honey that are less expensive that you can use as well, and they're also very effective. Hindi po ibig sabihin na if it's a Manuka honey that's the most effective and the other honeys are least effective. But the problem with honey is that some of the honeybees, they are being fed with sugar. So that's the thing that's very bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if the honeybees have been feeding on plants, okay, on flowers, on special types of trees, they are okay. So, siguro yung mga tinatawag nilang Manuka honey, that's why it's expensive. Most probably, for me, it's just marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Mga marketing tactics lang po yan to sell more.
Because realize when it comes to honey, who's doing all the work?
It's all the honeybees.
And are they paid?
No.
That's right.
But they're good. I have used them especially because my children, because I used to have an asthma. So my children, they inherited my asthma. So I would usually give them honey with cinnamon. Very effective naman po siya. Do you remember, when also with fever, whenever they would have fever as well, I would just give them honey and cinnamon.
Right.
Yeah, and that's it. As far as I know, I have not really given them any synthetic medication. Yeah.
No?
The last time I gave them synthetic was when they were infants. And I stopped. I stopped because it's not effective. Okay.
It doesn't work.
Yes.
Gout. I've seen several people asking about gout.
For gout, the best thing that you can do for gout is baking soda. So 1 teaspoon 3 times a day, just put them in water and you drink it. If it's not effective, you can also do parsley. Okay? So with the parsley, you can eat them raw, or you can also blenderize them. Yan, gawin nyo po siyang tea. Just eat them and then just drink it. That's it. Asparagus also, cranberries, yes, they are all very effective. Yes. So, what is the best remedy for swollen knee due to arthritis? So, if you have anything swollen in your body, this is effective. If you have anything in your body, even in your skin, if it's swollen, or
anywhere, Mom, really?
Yeah, even if it's a dermatitis, even if it's arthritis, even if you have a muscular strain or a muscular sprain, just have the cabbage compress. Okay, so yung cabbage po, I have a video. Do you remember? I made a video about it.
Yeah.
So you can put them in hot water. Kunin nyo po yung isang leaf, put them in hot water, and then just compress it on the affected area. So if that doesn't help, you can also use coconut oil and chili. And then make that as a paste. Put it rub it in the affected part, and because of the capsaicin, that's the miracle worker in the chili. Capsaicin, it will numb. It has a numbing effect on the affected part. So, always that po. Pwede rin po dito pagka masakit din po if you have headache. Also, pixie dust. Pixie dust is very good for pain. Magnesium, di ba? I have already told you, magnesium, it's important in 600 enzymatic activities in the body. So, if you do not supplement your body with magnesium, those 600 enzymatic activities will not move forward. And the enzymes, they're very important, lalo na if you have some type of illness, tapos wala kang magnesium, so hindi ka gagaling. Yes. And magnesium deficiency has been proven to be a cause of some types of cancer, like lymphoma, leukemia, and many more types of cancer. That's why it's important to eat foods that are rich in magnesium. Kung meron man po kayong maintindihan with this FB Live, I think the thing that you should put in mind is magnesium is good.
Fantastic for you.
It's good for depression, hypertension, diabetes,
migraine.
Yeah.
So, because I saw several people asking about migraines. So that was a nice segue there.
Yeah.
Oh,
ginger. Ginger, if you have migraines, ginger has pain relieving properties.
Real quickly. Since we're on the subject, real quickly, for 5,000 pesos in the first 3 Star Wars movies, who voiced Darth Vader? What is the actor's name who voiced Darth Vader?
Ayan, I think they like money rather than
money rather than product.
Dr. Shake.
Yeah.
So we'll just give the one who won the Dr. Shake money as well.
Yeah. The dollar equivalent?
Miriam Franzen says yes, correct. I think she's saying yes, correct. They want more money.
I think she's referring to magnesium actually.
Hi Mimi, we miss you already. She's my good friend, Miss Mimi. Yes. So
you know what's funny? I think every time I ask a question like that, you see these things trending on Google.
Yes, I know. Yeah. So let's see who will answer. I think they do not know.
Best remedy for anxiety? Obviously, magnesium.
Yeah, I already told you about anxiety. You can just watch this feed again.
First, middle, and last name. You're close, yes. Benedict Bench, but yes, Karen and Rio.
Yeah, who won?
Karen and Rio.
So Karen.
James Earl Jones.
So who won? Karen and?
Karen and Rio. That's why I take a picture of stuff, guys.
Yes. So Karen won. I think Karen was the first one.
She's first one on, so yeah. She's
also last time. So I think she won twice already.
She's killing it today.
Is that your favorite movie, Karen?
But actually, Kumasal Cruz, that was going to be my next question, which you blew it for me.
Yeah, just wait.
No, I can't ask it now.
Okay,
I can't ask that one.
Okay, so Karen, yeah. So is that your favorite movie? Because I think she.
No. It might be her favorite movie. Ours is Back to the Future.
I used to watch Back to the Future with my papa when my papa was still alive. Yeah. And last night we were watching Indiana Jones.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I hope you like them. Hi, Miss Divine Soto. Hi, Doc and Sir Jack. Yes. So, sorry, Ate Lori, you did not win. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, they're talking about foods that are rich in magnesium. Of course, if you're talking about foods that are rich in magnesium, anything that is green leafy, yan. Kasi ang magnesium, it's a component of your chlorophyll. So, without magnesium, the plants cannot make their own food. Okay? So, that's why the magnesium, it's an integral part of the plant's chlorophyll. Yes. So all the plants that you can see, as long as they are green, they are rich in magnesium. And of course, nuts. Yeah, nuts.
Migraine aura. What is the cause?
Yeah. Of course, like anything else, they're saying even in hypertension, we do not know.
No, literally. I mean, I can remember years ago when I had a migraine and I sat down with a neurologist. And I said, so what exactly is causing this migraine?
We don't know.
And he said, we don't really know. I said, you gotta be kidding me. I'm having, I would tell myself migraines. I'm having these migraines. You don't know what's causing it? No, we don't really know. I said, but you're a neurologist. Aren't you supposed to know this? You're like, yes, but we don't know.
But there are literature that says, but there are literature that pinpoints it to a food. It's a hypersensitivity to a food, especially MSG. Okay, so glutamate, monosodium glutamate, which is an excitatory product. Okay, so usually they would say that you're having migraine because of food allergies. So you might want to change the food that you are eating. So for that also you can eat, of course, ginger and magnesium. That's my favorite. Okay, Lerma Lianes Camero watching from Barcelona.
España.
Yes. Jimmy Banagua, Doc, cancer patient can eat nuts. Yeah, nuts are good. The problem with nuts, and like everything else in the world, they are mostly contaminated, like with peanuts, diba? If you eat peanuts, they're contaminated with aflatoxin. It's a fungal toxin from Aspergillus species, and it can cause liver cancer. It's very important that if you're gonna eat nuts, make sure that you yourself prepare them. Kasi ang problem mo with the nuts, sometimes, di ba, 1 year, 2 years, right, honey? They are already in package. They're not good for us. But if they're prepared, if you get them from the plant itself, like in my farm, I have a lot of pecans.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just get them.
I'm excited about that.
You roast it, and then you eat them.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Because nuts are good, but the problem with those nuts is that they have been processed already, packaged. So they have been packaged. You do not know if they are prepared as you want them to be prepared. Kasi lalo na yung mga yan, especially as Filipinos, di ba? Gustong-gusto natin laging fried. We live with fried. What if those things that they are using for frying, they have reused it over and over again, and of course they're not good for us, especially if you use a vegetable oil that you use it several times. Diba magkakasakit ka doon, so hindi mo alam. So if you are there, you're the one who's gonna get the nuts. Go see where did they get the nuts, how were they prepared. Those are the most important thing. Yeah. May expiration po ba ang Boston Sea? Yes. So if you look, of all of our products, they have something at the bottom. Okay, kita nyo naman po yan eh. So they have a lot number. That's very important because especially here in the US, if they do not have this at the back, this is required by the FDA. So you know. And they have an expiry date or best before date. So makikita nyo po yan. Boston Sea, usually it's 2 years. Boston Sea and Boston Sea products, it's all 2 years. Mm-hmm. Yes! Herbal meds for pimples. Okay, I used to have tons of pimples also. But look at my skin, wala na po siya dyan.
I used to go to school dressed like a pizza.
Do you have pimples as well when you were?
Yeah, pimples all over me. I look like a pizza.
Are they big?
Oh yeah, it was terrible. Big gnarly ones. I mean, big nuggets.
What I usually do is that
Especially
I have
in your
this.
nose.
Yeah, I have this apple cider vinegar. So I would wash them with apple cider vinegar, and then I would put honey and cinnamon. It's a paste. Just put it in the skin there, and then let it stay for 10 minutes, and then wash it. That's okay already. It will help you a lot. That's the one that I really use for my skin. Yeah, Benedict Bench is laughing at you. I don't know how. Yes. Herbal for myoma. Mary Kathleen Liscad is saying. Again, for myoma, the ones that I really tried and the ones that has given me such an effect is the Mong Maria. That's the one that really helped me. And of course, you have to identify what is the reason why you develop myoma in the first place. Kasi in a normal setting, hindi ka naman magkakaroon ng myoma, di ba? So, why did you develop myoma in the first place? And one of the reason is your GMO, genetically modified organisms, xenoestrogen, endocrine disruptors. So I think there was a study that was done a long time ago, and I have said this many times already. They did the study about with the GMO. They fed these rats with the GMO corn, and what happened was that after a while they developed kidney tumors, uterine tumors, breast tumors. It's all there. It's all accessible in the internet right now. Just look GMO experimental effects. Okay, so look at it there so you can see, because there's so many information out there. I cannot remember most of them, but I try to be as accurate as I can. Like me, because I'm a Jehovah's Witness, so we have been studying most of that in our meetings, and they said that if you really do not give 100% information to someone, most probably you should not be giving it. So please look it up. Kasi marami po yan, lalo na with the experimentations. Most of the things that I really read, I cannot get most of it. That's just hardwired in our brain. Lahat po tayo, not just me.
Okay, Mom.
Yes.
For you now, I'm going to do a speed round.
Okay.
I want you to try and answer these questions as quickly as possible. So everyone listen close, because I've been taking down many of your questions here. All right, hold on a second. First of all, what do you use best for vertigo, Mom?
For vertigo, I would use ginger tea 3 times a day, as many as you can.
Lupus.
For lupus, pansit-pansitan, guyabano leaves, damong Maria, ginger, garlic, also you can use them.
A person was asking about they've been waking up for about a month with stiff fingers.
It can be a form of arthritis, so you can use parsley for that.
Okay, for best topical application for amputated toes. I'm guessing they're referring to the stumps and not the toes. Because I wouldn't put anything on the toes if they're gone.
Is there a wound? If there's no wound, if there's a wound, you can use honey and white vinegar. If there's no wound, you just want it to heal faster, the best thing that you can use is zinc also. You can just eat zinc, drink zinc supplementation.
Okay, best cooking oil.
The best cooking oil for me is virgin coconut oil, always. Next.
Hypertension.
For hypertension, pixie dust, ginger, garlic, lemongrass tea, they can help.
Hyperthyroidism.
Cabbage.
Hypothyroidism.
Hypothyroidism, that's seaweeds. And
what are GMOs?
yes, GMOs. Okay. I think I already tackled about GMOs a couple of FBs ago. And again, GMOs, these are genetically modified organism. Okay, so these are foods, or not only foods, these are substances that have been altered genetically to suit a certain purpose. Like the first GMO vegetable, they call it tomato. I think the name is flavor saver. Yeah, flavor saver tomatoes, because they wanted the tomatoes to not freeze during winter. So what they did is that they had this genes from a flounder which is found in the Atlantic Ocean. So they looked at this fish and how come this fish didn't freeze? Diba? And lamig-lamig. When it's very cold, how come they're not freezing? So they found these proteins that is responsible for them to not freeze. So what they did is that the scientists extracted that gene from this fish and then transferred it to the tomatoes. So it was successful. So they didn't freeze, but the side effect was the skin of the tomato, it become pasty like. So
didn't taste like fish?
No, it was pasty like. So they lost a lot of money out of that because they weren't able to sell it to the market. Now the problem with GMO, because these are basically synthetic. So our body, so when we eat them, our body we do not have the enzyme to break them down. So if we do not have the enzyme to break them down, we can have some form of allergic reaction.
Or inflammatory response.
Or inflammatory response, because that's the first time in our system that we would just eat something that we do not know. So that's why they would always have inflammatory problems. And of course, with inflammation, nagkakaroon tayo na some form of problem. In 2004, they said that most chronic illnesses, this was in Times Magazine, they said the most important illnesses out there right now is due to inflammation. Diba? Even heart attack, brain stroke, cancer, autoimmune diseases. So they are saying that they are linked to inflammatory substances. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful with the food. Also with the things that we are putting in our skin. Kasi baka mamaya, nagkakaroon na tayo ng allergic reaction. So, pwede tayong magkaroon ng sakit. You're prone to have dermatitis for something like that. Yes!
Not done yet, Mom. ACL, acute...
anterior cruciate ligament.
No. Leukemia.
ALL. For ALL, AML, and several types of lymphoma.
Or
lymphoma and leukemia. The thing that you can use is chichirika. Lagi nyo po yan, lagi yan ang nasa isip niyo kasi they have this chemotherapeutic drugs that they got from that type of plant. Okay, yung periwinkle. So they use it, vincristine and vinblastine, that's the chemo drug that they extracted from periwinkle. So it's very important to know. And we have that everywhere in Phil, diba? That's everywhere in Phil. And if you know that herb, that plant is very valuable, even in diabetes cough. So even if that's the only plant you have, just make sure that the soil is clean. Kasi the problem with us, diba? Aminin man natin or not, as Filipinos, diba? We just throw trash everywhere. We contaminate the soil. So I think it's just to end everything here. I think it's very important to be careful, to be mindful of our environment. Kasi tayo din na nagsasuffer. We're the ones who suffers in the end. Bakit nagkakaroon ng bacteria dyan? Because of you. Because you are, or bakit ka nagkakasakit? Kasi you do not have any respect with the environment. I think it's high time to be respectful of the environment. To see soil as soil and not as dirt. Kasi me, I get upset when someone talks about the soil, they're dirt. I said, no, they're soil. It's a living, if you look at the one tablespoon of soil, you look at them in the microscope, there are tons of microorganisms there.
More living in a healthy soil, there's more living microorganisms in that teaspoon of soil than there are human beings on the planet.
Imagine. And what's the purpose of those bacteria? Those microorganisms. Jehovah did not put them just there.
Yeah. To break down organic matter to help.
They are meant there because Jehovah put them there for a purpose. And what was the purpose? To break down some organic matter, humus, diba? Lalo na po dun sa mga agriculturist katulad ko, sa mga farmers na katulad ko, diba? You have to make the soil. We have to be responsible people.
You have a few more, Mom.
Okay.
Miranda Jennifer has asked multiple times about for autism.
For autism, I believe that autism, I'm not gonna say what it is really because I'm not, we're here in the US. We have to be very careful.
Be very careful about that subject.
Okay, so with autism, for me, it's...
that's not going to causative factors.
Yeah.
That's going to helping
okay.
and supplementation.
So what you can do is probably, if you're familiar with the plant known as horsetail. So it has horsetail. I do not know if Sir Jack can look at it. So look at it in Google. It's horsetail. So it's a plant that looks like a tail of a
Horse.
Kabayo. Something like that. They're rich in silica. So the silica removes the aluminum inside our body. So they bind. So aluminum and silica binds together and they are excreted in the body. And of course, if there's really some form of inflammation going on in the brain, ginger can help you a lot. Ginger, that will quell all of the inflammation. Vitamin C, they are good for me. They are good chelators. Okay. Some people, they will not consider vitamin C as a chelating agent.
What is their training?
But me, I consider.
What is their experience?
But me, vitamin C, I consider as a very good chelating agent. So maganda po yan for you. Hi, Tony Bowden!
Tony Bowden must be out on the boat.
Yes! You should come and see me. Yeah.
Got a few more, Mom.
Okay.
Neuropathy.
For neuropathy, B vitamins, that's very important. And you can probably get it from brewer's yeast. Yes. So if you're unfamiliar with brewer's yeast, you go to the nearest health store. They all have their brewer's yeast. They're rich in B complex. And they're all organic. Just make sure that you choose something that is organic.
Tricia Souza, to answer your question, our children do not get those.
Yeah, so Tricia is saying, is vaccine safe to use for kids?
Aside, it's very dangerous territory to be commenting upon in this day and age. Suffice it to say, we don't vaccinate our children.
But my children are not vaccinated. If that's a thing that I can, yes, Yaj Sorana is saying proud farmpreneur. Yes, and she's doing like this. Yeah. So I wish to see you also, because I'm also a proud farmer, you know.
Overactive bladder, Mommy.
Overactive bladder is parsley. Parsley can help with the overactive bladder.
Cervical stenosis.
Cervical stenosis, of course, exercise. Very important. You do exercising there. One of the things that you can do for your body, you can also use magnesium, ginger, or cabbage. Yeah. Cabbage compress, diba? Sabi ko na sa inyo, if it's painful, just put it there, cabbage compress.
Substitute for prednisone.
Substitute for your prednisone is honey. Yeah, very good for inflammation. That can help you a lot. That's the thing. I think for the most part of being a mom, if there's one thing that I have in my pantry, it's honey. I can put it in wounds. I can put it in my skin. You can let someone drink for cough, fever. It's really something that I have. And as a mom, I want you to know how great honey is. Yeah. Diba back then, we wanted to grow our own honey. Do you remember?
But everyone around us, everyone was spraying pesticides.
Yeah, so that's why the honeybees are dying.
Well, you can start out with a hive, and when two of them come back,
we have to be responsible, especially the Filipino people. You have to be responsible. Yeah. So fatty liver. So again, fatty liver, garlic. Garlic can help, and mega dose vitamin C. The key there is you have to have diarrhea. So if you're not having diarrhea while you're taking vitamin C, kulang. It's not enough.
Tuberculosis, because the person was asking, they were suggested to take the 6-month dosage of medication from their doctor.
Well, I'm not telling you to stop it,
Nope.
but it has many side effects. The side effect can be damage to the liver, optic neuritis, so you can have problems there. What you can do, because there are research that says that alagaw is very effective for tuberculosis. So you might want to try that, okay? So, but I don't want to tell you to stop it.
Sonia Rodrigo, as far as tendonitis and frozen shoulder, you should consider chiropractic.
Or cabbage compress, or pixie dust.
Or a combination of all.
Yes, okay.
Hormonal imbalance.
Wild yum. Wild yum. Okay. Before we stop, I want to say hello to Pauline Manlapa, Scleroderma Doc. Okay. Just put a lot of virgin coconut oil or olive oil in your skin. Because these are also autoimmune diseases, diba? Scleroderma. Very stiff yan. Pati yung mukha mo, nakasmile ka, nakaganyan ng scleroderma, di ba? Di ba? Okay. I have patients like that. Boston Sea was able to help also a lot of people. Boston Sea, Megadose Vitamin C, and Pixie Dust. And ginger, of course, ginger. So,
which just to touch on that.
Jing Magkamit is asking about aligatong. Okay, this is I think I've been asked this question for many times already. And again, I'm not against aligatong. The thing with me, and there's a lot of studies that says that they are also very good. But my concern is I have not used it. Kasi po nung nandiyan pa ako sa Pinas, I wasn't given the opportunity to use it. Not because I don't want to use it. It's just I wasn't able to use it because I was chased out of my country.
Chased out of the country.
Yeah, but if I was given a chance, I want to use it. Yeah, I want to see, as a scientist and...
We were just really getting started over there.
As people, we should not be close-minded.
No.
Especially if you're very, very sick and the doctor told you, you're gonna die, You just cannot sit there and accept all of these words. Because you don't want to die, you want to live. Especially me, if someone will tell me, you will die.
How many times?
There's no more. And I want to live for my husband. I want to live for my families. Diba? You just cannot stand there and just... Diba? Lalo na wala naman silang sinasabi sa iyo na 100%. Wala. Ito ibibigay ko sa iyo ha. But there's no 100% assurance you're gonna get cured. Of course, I will try. I will try something.
How many times have we had people, their doctor tell them they're going to die, and then they outlive their doctor?
How
many times have we had that happen?
Yeah.
Right,
Ate Annalisa.
Ate Annalisa, she outlived her doctor, didn't she?
Yeah, Ate Annalisa outlived her doctor. She was given. But she has to say.
I'm still waiting on her testimony, but let me, if I can remember this correctly, Ate Annalisa was treated at my wife's clinic in the Philippines. I believe when she started, she had a 15 centimeter? Mm-hmm. A 15 centimeter liver mass. And she was in obviously very, very, very bad shape. Mm-mm. And it was a course, it took, I believe, 23 months of consistent treatment before that was no longer undetectable. And that was what...
But she has to say it though.
Yeah, by the way, at the Annalisa, I would really prefer you tell your story instead of me telling the story for you. Yeah. So just to let everyone know what is possible.
Okay. So
wait.
Again, I want to say.
So, at the Annalisa.
So I want to say, please go visit my website. It's drfarrah.com, amazon.com, bostonsea.com, drfarrah.brilliantskinessentials.ph. And if you're in Hong Kong, Southeast Asia, Gail Matani, Nick Vargas is the one in Australia and New Zealand and in Oceania, and Arceli Culaban, Middle East, Buchoy Amor, which is in Europe, and Chi Balmaceda Gutierrez, of course. Hello, Miss Chi. Yeah, I hope that my book will come out soon. I hope. Yeah. So.
In fact, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do today. What I'm gonna do today is this. I'm actually gonna have Henry, my little son who's 5 years old. He's gonna pick the winner on this next one. Okay.
Henry!
No. He can't do it right now. He can't do it right now. So it's going to be starting right now.
You don't want your son here, Henry?
No.
Okay.
No, for the next 5 hours. For the next 5 hours only. He's gonna pick one person who makes an order at drfarrah.com or bostonsea.com. And he's going to pick them. Whoever he picks, they have to have made an order in the next 4 hours, or 5 hours, the next 5 hours. They're going to win $100. Yeah, Henry's gonna pick one person.
Okay.
So if you need to get your product, now's the time to get it. Now's the time to get it.
Okay. So again, thank you to all of you po sa mga nanonood, and I'll see you next FB Live. Yes.
Thanks, guys.